I am destiny.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people all over the globe, thanks for tuning in to today's special edition of the I Am Podcast. Today's guest is nothing less than a legend. He's a triple threat, a superstar activist, educator, and athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, starting at the linebacker position for the Idaho Vandals by way of the Ebony Worthing Colts. Guys and gals, put your hands together for the man, the myth, the legend, number 55 in your programs and number 1 in your hearts, Mr. Joseph Tasby.
My name is Joseph Tasby, live in Houston, Texas, and I am destiny. Destiny. 50 years ago, I knew that my destiny was assured. I was going to be an NFL great. My every waking hour, I was working on my dream. I would practice, I would train, I would work with tenacity to develop myself to the total football player. In fact, this was my plan A. My destiny was assured. Through junior high school, college. In fact, I was a good student. In fact, at one point, I would consider myself brilliant. But I had over 95 full scholarship offers to colleges all across the country. And it was because we had put together a foundation for my life. The people that raised me, the teachers, the coaches, the parents. So in my sophomore year at University of Idaho, I was featured in an article in Sports Illustrated. The title was "The Top 5 Super Sophomores in the Country That the Pro Scouts Were Watching." I knew I was headed to the NFL. My junior and sophomore year were great. My senior year, when I was on the cusp, I was getting ready to be drafted, I got hurt. Had my first knee surgery my senior year, and yet I still played. I pushed through pain. I pushed through not being able to move like I used to. I didn't have it. But yet, my dream was steadily in my sight. I could not let go of that dream, of that destiny to play in the NFL. The most devastating point in my life was when my name was not called for the draft in 1970. It was a feeling of helplessness, of just being lost. I was angry. I was hurt deeply because, after all, this was my dream, my plan A. I knew. But my destiny was taking me somewhere else. Because I lost that plan A, even though physically, naturally, I moved toward plan B, thanks to God and His orchestrated destiny for me. I was able to really live a decent, successful life. My plan B included teaching, educator, coach. I even expanded into holistic health practitioner, beekeeper, and I made a decent life for my family and myself. But, in fact, I even was able to go to grad school at MIT on a fellowship, all along the journey of my plan B that I really didn't know that I was preparing for, because I was only prepared for the NFL. But the intense focus, the study, the tenacity that I worked toward my football I didn't do that same total effort toward my plan B and C. So I wasn't able to fully reach what could have been fortune and even fame in some of these other areas of my life. Don't get me wrong, I am content. I feel complete from the standpoint I don't have regrets. But for a long time I did. It took me years to deal with the baggage from the dashing of that dream. But I look at God. I look at the miracles of my journey because we all have choices. I made some bad ones from time to time. There were times I was along my journey way out of line, but yet something, we know what that something is. It was the grace and guidance and love of God that steered me through my destiny that I thought I was running. You know, it's a shocking kind of wonder when you wake up and realize in your life that all your planning, all your directing, all the decisions that you make that you thought you were making, I wasn't really in power at all. I was being led, guided, pushed, or pulled way beyond my own power to do so. There's a power greater than all of us. Y'all, just when I look back and reflect on some of the choices I made, I wonder, how am I still alive? If I would have realized my dream, plan A, realistically, I wouldn't be alive today because of where my mindset and headset was. I didn't listen well. I was hard-headed. I had tunnel vision, and it was just not for me to go that way, even though that's what I had planned for my destiny. But God, you know, I have survived 5 major life or death surgeries, from open heart surgery to cancer surgery to cervical stenosis in my neck. I have a bar and 11 screws holding my neck together. Any one of these operations could have killed me, or rather I could have died from, or been totally dependent on someone else. But by the grace of God, this destiny that Joe Tasby is living or that I've lived has kept me from falling all the way down, even though I fell in holes. It's kept me from being totally burned up when I caught on fire. So I've learned that we have to be careful that we don't miss our destiny because our drive can be out of place. I had such a drive in football. I had such a drive in trying to move my feet in places that I thought I was going. So we don't want to allow our drive to disrupt our destiny through being hard-headed, through being lazy, through being making the wrong decisions. And it's real that our ups and downs, our hurts, our injuries, our successes, all are part of determining who we are and how we move toward accomplishing our purpose in life. Sometimes we don't even know what our purpose is, but when I reflect back on this track of this destiny that I've been guided on, when I look back at it, y'all, I realize that all of those experiences brought me to who I am right now. Some of these lessons that I've learned could not have been learned had I not gone through the work, had I not taken steps, had I not fallen down the stairs, had I not been so injured in football that I had to have so many knee surgeries. If I had to learn how to bear through, how to continue even though you don't want to. I had to learn how to pull myself up after I stumble along the wrong path. All of these experiences is what make up a life. It's what make me be okay and not have regrets about not being able to live the destiny of the NFL, about how God totally moved me into, well, maybe I was some good in helping someone else as well as helping myself. Yes, 72 years, and I'm still here, not by my own power and genius, but by the grace and mercy of God who has orchestrated this destiny. Yes, I'm destiny. I thank Laquita Thompson for this opportunity to share. God bless. Take care. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the I Am Podcast, brought to you by Extreme Heat Sports and Fat Bars Records and Multimedia. We'll be back soon with another inspiring story from the voices of today. See you soon.